Hey, it's Cody. Today I'm going through my witchy books and putting them back on the bookshelf. I got some new flooring put down because there was water damage and like mold and shit in the subfloor. It was a whole situation. So I had to move my bookshelves, and I figured while I'm putting the stuff back on, I might as well go through them. And when I was a kid and my mother didn't feel like doing something like this, she would make my grandma come over and be with her. So I really don't feel like doing this, but I also feel like it needs to be done. So I figured that I would make you come over and be with me while I do it. So it's really just going to be me going through like 2.5 shelves worth of books and being like, do I fucking want this or not? Like, I don't know. Might be a weird video. Don't watch it if you don't want. So, I'm trying not to make this last for fucking ever, okay? First one, yeah, I know this is all gonna be backwards. Numerology Key to the Tarot by Sandra Conrad. Okay, you're gonna run into a lot of books and you're gonna be like, why? Well, okay, no. I'm gonna be like, why do I fucking have this? Really, the reality is that I went through a time, after I had become an adult and moved out on my own, the metaphysical shop that I had gotten a few things from as a child, it had closed down. So I pretty much was left like scrounging at like secondhand stores and stuff. So I ended up just picking up anything that was even like vaguely tarot, witchcraft, anything like that. So there are a lot of these I'm going to be like, I've never read this. And you know what? I have tried to read this, and it's just, the density of it is exhausting to me. I'm not keeping that. All right, what else do we have here? I have Understanding the Cards of Destiny, Reading the Tarot by Leo Lewis Martello. Okay, this is actually a tarot book that I use a lot, so I will actually keep in that one. Here is my other, The Tarot by Adam Fronteras. This is another book that it's one of those books that I use. This is Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. I'm going to be keeping that. Look at that sun damage on that. So what I'm trying to do is kind of like arrange them. I usually keep like my tarot books over here and like the other shit over here, but we'll see how it works. I ordered this, the Back in Time tarot book. Someone recommended this to me, and it actually turns out I had already been doing this. It's a lot of kind of overlaying tarot over situations that you've had, or even like fiction. I don't really know. I will keep it. Oh no, I'm doing the thing where I'm like, what if someday, 50 years from now, I'm still alive and I want to fucking read this? No, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Okay, I guess it's just gonna be like that. This is a crusty old dream book. I don't even know if this is a particularly good one, but I will tell you that this is the one that I've been using since like a teenage years. I can't get rid of it. I'm sorry. Grabbing stacks here. All right, The Old Magic of Christmas by Linda, I think, Radish. I will keep this. 365 Goddess. This is kind of a cool book. It has a goddess assigned to each day of the year. It'll say where they're from, you know, something about them. I don't know. Like, it's not something that I use that often, but every once in a while I'll look at it, so I figure I'll keep that. Yeah, I'll stand those up later. They won't stay anyway. This is When God Was a Woman by Merlin Stone. I have not yet read this, and I want to, so I am definitely keeping that. Llewellyn's 2011 Witch's Companion. Do I need this? Like, is there a particular reason that I kept this? I mean, I don't know. No. Traditional Home Remedies. This is a Farmer's Almanac from, I don't even know. It's got, like, recipes for shit in here, kind of. Like, I'm just not really a person that does that. I'm keeping it, though. Herbal Well-Being, like... Yeah, I'm not keeping that. I went through all my other books, and I have, like, 4 stacks right there. Just threw that one and knocked one over. Okay, this is the Palmistry Bible, which is a really weird thing. Jane Struthers. Do you remember when all these books were coming out in this like little short, thick? I don't know. There was a whole bunch of these. I don't know if they were all by the same author, but they were like a line of them, kind of. And it's really weird that I got this one because I have a palmistry book already. Like, what year was this? What year did this come out? I already have a palmistry book. I don't really see a time in which, 2005, I would use this one over the other one. So, I can go too. Here we have a Kabbalah primer by Henrietta Bernstein. This was another one of those that I got from secondhand store. I don't give a fuck about Kabbalah. My coverless astrology in the tarot. Here's the thing, is I've used this book for a lot of years. You guys are probably like, why are you getting rid of the new ones and keeping your crusty old ones? I don't know. Here's another stupid ass Crystal Enlightenment by Katrina. Is that Raphael? I don't even know. It's just, I don't even like do that. Oh, here is, oh my god. The History of Tarot Art, Demystifying the Art and Arcana, deck by deck. This is by Holly Adams, Easley, and Esther Joy Archer. And they together are, I believe, the Wildly Tarot podcast. This is one of my, like, prized possessions. I fucking love this book. I will, what am I doing? I do not recall where I ever got this. Like, it's almost more like a magazine, really, than a book. Well, I guess not. I don't know. I mean, should I get rid of it? I don't know. I don't even know where it came from. I feel like if it manifested itself on my bookshelf, I probably should keep it. You know. Okay, here's a... This is Rebel Witch by Kellyanne Maddox. I go back and forth. I've tried to read this book a bunch of times. It's just... It almost feels repetitive to me just because this is pretty much how I do my practice anyway. Like, I don't know. Maybe repetitive is not the right phrase. I don't know, but it's... I'll put it, like, in a pile to take to, like, Goodwill or something, and I'm like, no, you know, I probably should keep that one. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I'll keep it for now. Okay, look. If it won't fit easily on my shelves, then that's going to be the one that goes, okay? Okay. Magical Symbols and Alphabets. This is by Sandra Kynes. Sigils for Magic Square. I have not read through this. I got this new. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, even when I write, like, in witchy journals and stuff, I just regular write in there. Like, I don't ever really know if I'm gonna have a time where I'm writing something in an alphabet. But also, I feel like I spent $21.99 US on this. Like, why? Some days I'm just in a weird fucking mood and I buy some weird shit. I'm like, why do I have that? We'll keep that. Walk Through the Forest of Souls by Rachel Pollack. While this book was not as cool as I thought it was going to be, and, I still have, like, half of it left. I'm not getting rid of that. Okay. I'm going to admit to you that I have, like, 3 books about the Mother Peace Tarot. I don't fucking know why. Like, why were even so many books written about it? Like, it's weird to me. But also, like, I have the Mother Peace Tarot. I don't use it very often, usually in the summer a little bit, maybe around the solstice for some reason. I feel like I should pull it out. It's probably because it's round and, like, the backs are yellow and orange and kind of, like, sunny or something. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm ever actually going to deep dive into this deck to deserve... Oh, here's one right here. Here's another one. This is, like, the guidebook. But this, I don't think this is the one that came actually with the deck. I think this was a separate thing, too. And, you know, the weirdest thing about these is all 3, wherever the other one is, of these books about the Mother Peace Tarot, I actually did not buy new. Like, all of these showed up to me in, like, secondhand bookshops. And finally I was like, it wasn't either of these ones. I have another one that's like a workbook or a playbook or some shit. And I was like, you know, if I see that one more time, I'm gonna buy the book and I'm gonna have to go get the deck. And I did see it again. And then there were also these, like, at separate times. I don't know, man. It's too much weirdness. I feel like it's not the kind of thing that I should fuck with. I probably should keep it. Alright, this is gonna be the most annoying part of this. Okay. I don't keep, like, guidebooks, unless they're, like, just a little paper white book or something. I don't keep the guidebooks actually with the deck. Especially the ones that are those big-ass Llewellyn boxes. Like, I crochet or buy a bag for those decks. I take the guidebook, I stick it on a shelf out here, and I get rid of the box. Like, I hate that. I hate those guidebooks. Okay, this is actually for the Witch's Insurrection Tarot. I will be keeping that. I believe that is like, it was limited print run, out of print kind of shit. I'm not getting rid of that. There's Circadian Tarot. This is such a weird, it's kind of like Bibliomancy and Tarot combined, because this is not actually a real deck anywhere. The deck is only in the book. And so you flip through, and I guess you just kind of, like Bibliomancy, you open it and you see what cards you got. I don't feel like it works that well. Like, for me personally, for the most part, Bibliomancy, I pick something in the middle of the book. I don't really end up in the beginning or the end of it very often. And so there's just cards that I'm not going to end up getting in it. I don't feel like it's a thing that works out very well. I think it was kind of an interesting idea. It doesn't work, for me personally, maybe. I really wish this was like an actual deck, because some of the cards are just super cool. I like it. Oh, I already think I showed that one already. I think it's neat, and I wish it was actual cards. But I will be. Starchild Tarot. This was a deck that I got secondhand, and like, this is fucked. There was ink, like, from a pen blowing up or something all over the cards. Binding of this is fucked, but you know what? That's okay. I don't even really like the deck. I mean, I'm not getting rid of it right now, but like, I don't really give a shit about it. Wisdom of the Trees Oracle, I'm keeping that. This is the Fairies Oracle thing. Like, basically, I'm going to keep all of these, unless I'm getting rid of the deck, and I think there's at least one in here that I will be getting rid of. This is the Beneath the Moon. This goes with, oh my god, Tarot of the Divine or something? What? There is a deck that goes with, does it say here what the deck is called? I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but there is a deck that has all of this artwork in it, and each one, like, refers to a myth or a folk tale or a, wow, glossy pages, a folk tale of some sort from around the world, and this book was sort of an expansion of it, so that it has the stories more, like, fleshed out in here. I'm keeping that because I'm keeping the deck and I like it. Enchanted Forest. Okay. I've mentioned this before. The Tarot of the Owls or whatever, by Pamela Chen and Elizabeth Alba. This, I don't like the deck. I don't like it. So, I do actually want to get rid of it, but somehow I have the box, I have the guidebook, and I can't find the deck. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, but I'm going to put that in a pile right here, because I'm going to be getting rid of that. This is a Spellcaster's Handbook that goes with the Modern Spellcasters or something like that. I don't know, but I go back and forth on whether I want that deck or not. My hang-up is that it has, the wands are air and the swords are fire. And, like, I feel like a normal person would be able to just, like, separate that. But when I first started reading tarot, it used to confuse me so much, because for some reason I always felt like swords should be fire and wands should be air, because I always associated, like, wands with air and, like, magic, you know what I mean, whooshing through the air, and, like, the anger and fury of using a sword made me feel like it should have been fire. So it's actually taken me years to stop doing that, stop thinking that, and now this deck is doing it. Like, I feel like it's just gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna put that there. I don't know. Raven's Prophecy, Tarot of the Vampires, Journey to the Hidden Realm. This is Madame Lydia's, all of that. I'm keeping all of those. I really probably should have taken these out of here. Like, ultimately, I'm not getting rid of any of these ones. Tarot Restless, or yeah. This is a like prototype guidebook for I think it's called the Heroine's Journey Tarot or Oracle. Yeah, the Heroine's Journey Oracle. If you backed like the Kickstarter and stuff, your book is not going to look like this one. Tarot Transformation, Dream Keepers, Witch's Wisdom, Wildwood. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that I don't need. Nope, keeping all of those. I'd really like for you to... Okay. Alright, I don't want anyone to get, like, huffy about some of the things that I put with, like, my witchcraft sort of books. I feel like it's one of those things that maybe other people probably don't like. I count Women Who Run with the Wolves. I count that as part of my witchcraft practice. You'll also have a couple other books that are similar to this one that are also going to be in there. I'm not getting rid of this. Actually, we'll put that over there. Here's Phyllis Curot's Book of Shadows, which I am keeping. Okay, taking up the runes. Keeping, that. Alright, here... Wild Soul Runes is... Okay, let me see which one it is that I don't give a fuck about. Now I like this one too. Here's the one that I think that I'm going to be getting rid of is actually Lost Teachings of the Runes by Ingrid Kincaid. It's... I don't know how to explain it. It irritated me to begin with because it actually only has, like... I don't know how to explain this book. There's something I don't like about it. It doesn't really have... Wild Soul Runes is the one that doesn't actually tell you really so much what the runes are about. I think it's just questions in there, right? Am I confusing these? Where are the fucking runes in this? Okay, no, this is the one. Yeah. It doesn't really tell you... I don't know. I just don't like this book. I don't really know what it is that sets me off about it. It's just really... Sometimes I just don't like people's writing and I'm like, ew. I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. Okay, here, we're at Raven Grimacy, okay? And I think that he's pretty well known for just making shit up and, like, acting like it's old, like people couldn't check resources or something. What We Knew in the Night. Alright, I got actually Old World Witchcraft first. And what I did, this was my first Raven Grimacy book. What I did like about it was in the beginning, there's actually, water damage. It's sort of almost a more modern translation of some of like the witch trial kind of records and things, which I thought was really cool. Then it strangely, like halfway through, turned into him just making shit up and like kind of halfway trying to act like his little thing, his little Wiccan sect or whatever that he made up is like also a continuation of that. Like, I like the beginning part of this. I'm keeping that. What am I doing? What I don't like is What We Knew in the Night. It's just, it's very... I don't care about his like, lineage or whatever. Like, it's not a thing that I give a shit about. Encountering the Dark Goddess. I got this, and then I saw some reviews on it, and they were like, this is poorly researched. And I really wish that I had seen those before I got this. Ultimately, I haven't looked through it myself, so, personally, I can't really say, if that's true or not. I mean, maybe I'd kind of like to skim through it before I really get rid of it. I bought it, and I'm a dumb bitch, so I looked up reviews after I bought the thing. Like, I don't know why I would do that, but it is what I did, so. Sacred Smoke, by Amy Blackthorne. Am I ever gonna do any of this? Like, am I gonna make incense ever? Maybe. You know, getting rid of these is not going as well as I thought. Alright, here's the Green Witch. You know, I feel like this is one of the few, like, herb and planty kind of books that I'm kind of into, and I'm not really sure why. I am keeping that. This is Palmistry Quick and Easy by Peter Hazel. This is my original palmistry book that I bought that I was obsessed with. I would like make friends come over and go through this whole fucking thing with them. I mean, I don't know if I'm really into palmistry anyway, but if I ever want to grab a book that has anything to do with palmistry, if I'm ever wondering about it, this would be the one that I would grab, not that little square one that I had and got rid of. Badass Ancestors. I always think that I'm going to work with Ancestors, but then, like, I don't. That's going into me pile. Here's the first book I ever got in Witchcraft. I can't ever get rid of that. Here's Entering Hecate's Garden. The thing that sucks about this one is that I thought this was a different one. I ordered this online, and there's 3 books. There's one of these that's like, I don't know. These are like spells and plant kind of things. Like, ultimately, I think this is the one that I was least interested in. I mean, I don't work with Hecate. I don't even know why I felt like I wanted this. I think that it's actually the 3rd one, that I wanted. It's talking about sort of descent and like shadow worky sort of things. I really feel like this is the kind of thing that I want to get rid of, though. Like, sometimes a deity will suddenly strike me and I'll be, like, voracious for fucking knowledge about it. Like, I feel like there's a good chance. Like, I'm surprised I'm not, like, into Hecate to begin with. So, yeah, I'm keeping that. Grab us another stack here. Dark Goddess Craft by Stephanie Woodfield. I did work my way through this book. I thought it was okay. I don't know why I'm keeping it. Forbidden Mysteries of Fairy Witchcraft by Storm Fairy Wolf. This, I feel like the only reason that I got this, perhaps, is because the cover is fucking cool. Like, I guess I kind of thought it had more to do with the Fae, but it's actually a specific branch of Wicca or something. So it's not what I thought it was gonna be. I don't care about, like, Wiccan sects. We'll put that in maybe now. Oh. Didn't mean to hit you guys. Sorry about that. This is the Feminine Macabre. A woman's journal of all things strange and unusual. There's a second one of these out. It's like a lot of people had written things in and sent it in. Some stuff in here is really cool, some of it's fucking stupid. It's kind of hit or miss, honestly. I found this at a secondhand store. This is The Woman of Weird by Lynn B. Andrews. This is... I actually don't really know who this is. Like, she must have been someone from, what, the 80s or something with that hair. There's, like, an actual note written here to somebody who got rid of it. What year did this come out? Oh, 1990. So, yeah. This is probably one of those things. I feel like it probably didn't age well. I've had this for several years. I haven't read it. I don't know. I'll keep it in case I'm in a weird mood sometime. Spinning Straw into Gold by Joan Gould, I believe. I have not read this, but I think it's kind of along the lines of Women Who Run with the Wolves. And I thought that book was really cool. I liked sort of the analysis of the things. I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, this is an older book. I'm going to keep it, but I might not be happy with it. This is a mindfulness journal that somebody gifted me one time. I'm just not really sure. Like, I feel bad to get rid of it because someone gave it to me, but also, like... not really sure. These aren't really, like, the kind of questions that I feel like have answers worth writing down. I don't know. We'll put that in the baby pile. Oh my god. Alright, we're 3 piles down and 1 left. So, this is Sisters of the Earth. This is actually people have written in, like, short stories or things like that. Nature is healer, nature is delight, nature is counterpart to what is wild in us all. Nature is mother and sister. I've sort of dipped in and out of this book. I don't really feel like I could get rid of it. Again, this isn't really like witchcraft, but I put it with my witchcraft shit. This is a secondhand copy of The Earth Path by Starhawk. I know that some Starhawk shit has not really aged well, but I kind of feel like, is this kind of like an autobiography? America's Favorite Witch shows how to tap into the forces of Mother Nature. Like, I don't feel like this is going to give me anything that I either don't already know or that I'm going to use, actually, like, if that makes sense. But I do feel like sometimes just reading about other people's experiences because I'm fucking nosy like that. So I do want to keep that one. The Dream Oracle by Pamela Ball. I don't know where I got this, but so I guess I could flip through so that the camera can see it too. I don't care about it. There we go. Here's my other Mother Piece, the Mother Piece Tarot Playbook. This was the book that I kept seeing, and I was like, if I see it one more time, then I'm going to have to buy it. And here I am. I had to buy it. So we'll put that there. Okay, we're down to the last stack. Now, just because I'm getting rid of some of these books doesn't, like, I don't want, if like, if your friend or something wrote some of these books, like, it's not really a personal attack. Some of this shit isn't for me. I did literally just buy this tarot for The Hard Work by Maria, I think it's Minis. I'm really excited to crack into this. So, of course, I'm going to be keeping that. I'll put that there. Alright, here are my... You'd be like, bitch, why is this? This is Field Guide to the Haunted Forest, Love Notes from the Hollow Tree, and Leaf Litter. This is a little poetry trilogy by Jared K. Anderson of The Crypto Naturalist. These feel so, like, deeply witchy to me. Like, I don't think that they were necessarily intended that way, but that's how they hit me. I find them really, like, inspirational for shit. Like, yeah. So, those do go there. This is Finding the Fool by Meg Jones Wall. This is... I want to say the only because I don't remember, but really this is the tarot book that's the one newer tarot book that I do crack into. Like, sometimes you draw a card, like, it doesn't matter how long you've been reading tarot. Sometimes you just draw one, and you're like, what the fuck does this even mean right here? Like, especially if it's a big spread, like, my brain does a shit job of being like, okay, well, you know, this one in this place, like, I don't know, I can't always do it, like, so this is one that I dip into. Folk Witchcraft by Roger J. Horn. We'll keep him. This is The Flowering Wand by Sophie Strand. One of my all-time favorite books. I will never get rid of it. And also Book of Seances and Book of Ancestors by Claire Goodchild. The reason that I put Badass Ancestors in the maybe pile is just because I do have the Book of Ancestors, and I'm not positive, like, how different they are. It might just be, like, this book is a lot more practical rather than just, like, sort of nebulous with the ideas. And, like, there's really no reason in my practice as someone who doesn't work that much with Ancestors to have two books where one is a little more, you know, rolls up its sleeves and gets in there with you, and another one just kind of vaguely talking about it. Like, I don't need both of those. So yeah, I will definitely be keeping both of those. I have a lot of fucking books, you guys. I'm sorry. It's Trading the Mill by Nigel Pearson. Everyone's gotta have that. Witch Wisdom for Magical Aging. This is by Kate Johnson. This book... I feel like I've talked about this before in one of my, like, monthly kind of books and decks kind of videos. This book is not what I really thought. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I feel like I'm preparing, like, I am studying, like, this shit is a college course to get, to like, be a crone, right? My youngest son is 10. Like, I feel like the time approaches and I want to be fucking ready, okay? I want to be the oldest, crustiest, most knowledgeable crone and I'm trying to get ready. All right, I'm trying to be prepared. Okay, so there are a lot of these kind of books that sort of follow almost like a seasonal Wheel of the Year sort of thing, even if it's not necessarily like the Wheel of the Year holidays, like, you know, Samhain and Yule and fucking Imbolc or whatever. There are a lot of them that kind of have seasonal sorts of things. This one's kind of set up like that. Ultimately, I just kind of found it disappointing. Like, alright, as much as I bitch and complain about Danielle Dolsky's, oh my god, what's it called? Seasons of Moon and Flame, that one was just so much better than any of the other ones out there, even though I still have beef with that one. Someday Danielle Dolsky's gonna see one of these videos. She's gonna, like, fly to Colorado and come to my house and beat my ass and probably just... But no, this book is not for me. It's for somebody I think that might be older when they're getting into witchcrafty kind of things. It's kind of a lot of foundational stuff. Like, I don't know. It wasn't for me. It's not a bad book necessarily. Not even that I'm like too good. Well, okay. This is The Witch's Path by Thorne Mooney. Really, this is just a Witchcraft 101 book, but I did kind of like it, and so I have kept it all this time. I don't you know, maybe sometime. Okay, you're. You know how people hoard shit because they're like, I could give this to somebody someday? Yeah. 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. Of course I'm keeping that. This is the Goddess book by, I think it's Talia Cook. So this is ultimately just, warning, there's like nudity in here. I don't know if you're gonna see some wild shit when I crack it open. This has illustrations of goddesses. It kind of has them arranged seasonally in here. I think this is a beautiful book. Well, it's not really that much information. It is a little bit, and I just look at this book a lot. Like, I don't even actually really know so much what the words say. I just like the images. Here's Bridget by Courtney Weber. Well, I don't work with Bridget, and I probably am not going to. Like, I can't really say that I 100% won't, because I don't know. Tomorrow, I could, fucking an hour from now, I could be like, you know what, actually, I am going to start working with Bridget. I don't know. But I did this, I read this with a book club, and it was actually really interesting. Yeah. So I'm going to keep that, just because I feel like sometime I'm probably, like, if I get rid of it, I'm going to regret it, you know? This is Flower Face, devotional anthology in honor of, I believe it's Bloodywed? I don't fucking say this, okay? I have a lot of stuff that I think about this goddess. Like, I don't know why I'm obsessed with her. Like, every spring I freak out. Like, and I found this book, and it's devotional kinds of stuff. There's, like, poems, there's songs, there's artwork, there's short stories, there's, like, retellings. Like, it's just really cool. I'm not ever getting rid of that. What do we have here? The Scent of Lemon and Rosemary, Working Domestic Magic with Hestia by Rachel Henderson. I was excited because this book was about Hestia, which is a deity that I work with, and there's just really not that much information out there about her. Ultimately, I think it's just like kitchen witchery in here. Like, not that I was necessarily disappointed, it's just, I don't know. For some reason, I was under the impression that it was going to be, like, information about her that I hadn't really found out other places. It's not that, but also I'm not getting rid of it. Alright, this is my last stack of book. Here we are with Danielle Dolsky books that I bitch about, but also buy everyone and keep. So, this is the Holy Wild Grimoire. I feel like I need to make a whole video talking about the weird relationship I have to Danielle Dolsky and her books and her writing. I feel like her ideas are better than her actual writing. And so I, like, cling to these books. Like, I'm never gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this shit in here. But I like thinking about the fact that I could. Man, that's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. Again, here's the actual Holy Wild. The other one was the Holy Wild Grimoire. This book, actually, I think this was one of her first, maybe her first, I don't know. This one I legitimately have a complaint about, I think. That there's a lot of, first of all, the word heathen, I mean, it pretty much now in language means, sort of like Norse pagans. But the way she uses it in here just always sounds weird because she's just meaning it as, like, not Christians, I guess, or, like, witches or something. I don't know. It's used so often, and every time I run into it, it's, like, jarring because that's not what it means, and, like, part of my brain is always like, no thanks. But also a lot of, what do they call it? No true Scotsman kind of stuff in here, like, oh, a witch wouldn't do this, or, like, we wouldn't do that, or, like, I would dare to do that. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. It feels really, maybe judgmental is the right word. I don't know. I need to look through this. I need to do a whole video on these because I have this love-hate relationship with every one of her books. Did I buy the Verses of Bone and Honey or something that just came out recently? Yeah, I fucking did. I'm reading it right now. But like, here's Seasons of Moon and Flame anyway, also by her. Here's Tarot for Troubled Times, by Shaheen Miro and Teresa Reed. When did this come out? I got this book. I mean, it's got a whole bunch of good reviews, but I'm just not so... 2019, really? Was it that long ago? Okay. I was actually sent this book for review. That was before I had the YouTube channel. I did it on my blog. I don't even know how good of a review it was. I mean, I don't remember what I said about it. It's talking about shadow work, but I'm not really sure that I felt like it was helpful to me. I'm gonna put this in maybe pot. I need to look through this, but I think I'm probably gonna end up passing that one on. Here's Urban Fairy Magic by Tara Sanchez. I read this one with a book club. I liked the way that it was just fully confident that you can, you know, work with the Fae in like a city environment. I really like that. I think that's a fantastic approach to it. Yeah, I am keeping that. Okay, my last book is Water Witchcraft by, I think it's Anwin Avalon. I got this book because water is like my least, the element that I like least connect to, sort of. Even though I'm a Scorpio moon, which probably says a lot of terrible things about me, also disgusting, so... But I really liked seeing a lot of the stuff in here. I mean, there's a lot of like kind of historical, like folklore kind of things, talking about specific things and stuff that you can do now. And I thought it was really well balanced, and I actually really enjoyed this book. So I will keep this just because sometimes I'm like, I should work with the water element more. It lasts for about a week, but like ultimately, you know, that's what it was. So I'm not gonna make you guys stay here and watch this. I mean, make you guys, everyone's probably clicked off of this anyway. But anyway, thanks for sitting with me while I did this bullshit. If you're still here, thanks. Bye.